Hello everyone, welcome to my channel once again. So today we are going to talk about the biological and pharmaceutical importance of lipids. In my previous video I have discussed about carbohydrates, so must go through it, and this is about lipids, so it is one of the important topic that we mostly face in our exams. So that's why I have picked these topics to deliver on my YouTube channel, and this is about pharmacy. So let's go through it, that what are the importance of lipids. So let's discuss about biological importance of lipids, that what are the biological importance of lipids. So these are acting as chemical messengers. Chemical messengers are the messenger which are giving a message from one tissue to another. So by using a chemical, or we may say that they are itself a chemical, so they are acting as a chemical messenger. All multicellular organisms use chemical messenger to send information between organelles and to other cells. Since lipids are small molecule insoluble in water, and they are excellent candidates for signaling, so we can say they act as a chemical messenger. Another important importance of lipids, that it serves as energy storage. Lipids play an important role in storing energy. If an animal eats an excessive amount of energy, it is able to store the energy for later use in fat molecules. As this sentence is clear to us that lipids is important in storing energy. So if we eat a much caloric food, you may say, so we will have enough energy that will not be in use by our body for normal functioning, or for tissue functioning, or for cell function. So these energy, or these energy molecules are stored in our body as a fat molecule in various regions of our body, such as buttocks, belly, etc. So these are serving as energy storage molecule. That is another important function, or you may say importance of lipid. And if we need energy, like in fasting, we need more energy for our normal functioning to have, so these fat molecules are break down again, so we will get that energy back which was stored before. So that's why we can say that the stored energy for later use in fat molecules. Another important importance of lipid, or you may say fats, that is insulation. That fats are important for heat insulation. These provide insulation to our body. So it means that sometimes some peoples are fat, you may say they are fatty, so they have more fat in their body when in the winter, whereas we see that in winter they feel less cold than a thin, or you may say a person who has not enough fat stored in their body. So we can say it acts as insulation. Marine animals such as seals, dolphins, and whales offer a perfect example of how fats can provide insulation. So let's see that how, in order to prevent themselves from freezing to death in water, many marine mammals have a thick layer of fat called blubber to keep them warm. That is an example, you may say, that how insulation is provided to animals. As it is continued, so let's see that cell to cell communication. We need a cell-to-cell communication in our body, so steroids are a group of lipids involved in cellular communication. These are important compounds that are derived from lipids, so these are helping in cellular communication. A number of steroids are hormones and are important for many processes in the body, including growth, sexual development, regulating metabolism, and immune defense. These all are involved, or you may say these steroids are involved in cellular communication. Cell to cell communication is simple, that we need to communicate from one cell to another cell, so we will need a source to communicate, so steroid provide that source to communicate between the cell to cell. Protection, that lipids are needed to protect and insulate our body, or you may say your body, to keep your internal body temperature regular. There is a layer of fat just beneath the skin that is made from lipids. Similarly, there is a layer of fats also around your vital organ that keeps them protected from injuries. Vital organs such as liver or kidneys, you may say, these are surrounded by the lipid layer, so they are protected by from some injuries that may be from our external source, or you may say from outer environment we may become injured. So these vital organs are also internally protected by lipid. So lipid, provide an protection, just like a body temperature is maintained, and another that body temperature would be maintained if the fats molecules are present just beneath. If it is not present, then we can say that we have a less protection to gain or lose heat on body. So this is another importance of lipids. Mobilization of fatty acid. Mobilization of fatty acid, that in times of stress, when the body requires energy, fatty acids are released from adipose cells and mobilized for use. Another importance, that lipids should be mobilized from if in case we need to have more energy, that is discussed above, but I want to mention that mobilization of fatty acid is also necessary or an important function of fats. So in short, that mobilization of fatty acid is used to provide energy to our body. This process begins when level of glucagon and adrenaline in the blood increase, and these hormones bind to specific receptor on the surface of adipose cells. So specific receptors are present there in our body when glucagon and adrenaline blood level increases. So you may say the level of glucagon and adrenaline in blood increases, so these are mobilized to have enough energy so that we can have a normal maintenance of our body. So what next that we will discuss about, that is about the pharmaceutical importance of lipids. That what is the pharmaceutical importance of lipids? So lipids as ointment bases, that lipid can be used as ointment bases because ointment bases are used as used over the skin against certain skin diseases. So lipids are insoluble in water, and you may say that these are small molecules, so we can say they can be used as ointment bases. So lipids are widely used as ointment bases or as ingredients of ointment bases. Ingredients means that they can be used as some uh, active, or you may say excipient, for ointment bases to serve as a carrier or a vehicle for medicaments. Example of ointment bases that include waxes are hydrocarbon bases, hard paraffin, that hydrocarbon bases are hard paraffin and petroleum absorption bases, that are beeswax, emulsion bases, glycerol monostearate, and water soluble bases. They can act as ointment bases, and all these are lipids. So we can say lipids are used as ointment bases. Taste masking with lipids. An important property of lipid in pharmacy, or you may say in pharmaceutical industry. So one of the physical approaches to mask the drug taste is encapsulating it in a waxy material. In a waxy materials must be lipids. So a recent method was developed using a spray congealing technique to mask the bitter taste of clarithromycin. So for masking the bitter taste of clarithromycin, glycerol monostearate and amino-alkyl methacrylate copolymer E were selected as ingredients. These two compounds were selected as ingredients as these are lipids, or you may say lipids molecule, or liquid lipid compound, or lipid derivative compound. So when the result was observed, the palatability and taste of optimized formulation were significantly improved compared with the conventionally coated granules. So these two compounds were effective in masking the bitter taste of clarithromycin. So we can say that taste masking effect of lipids is have a great importance in pharmaceutical industry in developing capsules, or you may say medicines. So going toward our next point, as it is continued. So number 3, that lipids as emulsifying agent. Lipids can be used as emulsifying agent in industries or pharmaceutical industries. So lipid used as emulsifier or solubilizer consists primarily of two basic component hydroxyl group, which are glycerol and polyethylene glycol. These are two basic components of hydroxyl group, or you may say polyglycerol and propylene glycol. When these two are combined, so or you may say fatty acid of varying length and degree of saturation, or two other group of fatty acid of varying length and degree of saturation can be used. So they can be used as emulsifier if they are combined in two basic component of hydroxyl group. So the combination of these two groups make it amphiphilic. Amphiphilic, just like amphoteric in nature, or you may say amphoteric. You may know better that what is amphoteric substances. So amphiphilic is same like that in nature, which allow them to used as emulsifying agent to prepare both type of emulsions, such as oil in water, or they can be represented as lactate, and water in oil, like it is represented as this. So it is very clear to us that combination of two hydroxyl group, or you may say such as polyglycerol or propylene glycol, these become amphiphilic if they are combined. So they can be used in emulsifying agent to prepare both types of emulsion. That is the benefit of that it can be used to prepare oil in water and water in oil. Lipid based dosage form. Lipid based dosage forms. Lipids are versatile tools for drug administration because they cover a wide array of different types of formulations such as solutions, suspension, emulsions, self-emulsifying system, lipid particles, and micro-emulsions. So lipids are versatile tools. What does it mean? That it means that it can be used in various formulations of solutions, suspension, etc. So we can say that lipid-based dosage form. So the commercial available oral lipid dosage form are either filled in capsule or represent bulk oral solution. So that is clear to us that lipid dosage form are filled either as a capsule or represent a bulk oral solution. So lipid dosage form are also used in pharmaceutical industries. Both soft and hard gelatin capsule are used for lipid based formulations. That is another point that I want to mention as it is continued. So another importance, that is lipid as cushioning agent for mumps. Mumps will be discussed later on. That cushioning agents are just like they are used to prevent the segregation of particles, or you may say the separation of particle from one another. So the beads of lipids are used as cushioning agent to protect the modified release coat, as particle deformation is essential during compression to ensure consolidation of material. Particle deformation, that the change in shape is essential during compression. So when we are doing compression, so the shape must be changed, or you may say the shape would change due to the compression, so as to ensure the consolidation, which means that making something stronger, so to ensure consolidation of the material. So cushioning agent, what does it mean? As I have told you, that cushioning agent means that they will prevent the segregation or separation of particles. So these can be protected by these lipids that are used as cushioning agents, as I have described this sentence. So functional coat must withstand the compression process. During the compression process, the functional coat should withstand, so that without being damaged, to maintain its function as protective barrier. So, or you may say for a controlled release membrane. Dilithium hydrochloride film coated mumps can be prepared by incorporating soft cushioning of paraffin beads. Paraffin beads are lipids. This is, you may say, an example of this heading. Well, I have told you that I will discuss about mumps. So what is mumps? Mumps, it is pronounced as multiple unit palate system. So single unit solid oral dosage forms such as tablets and capsule are considered the most common and acceptable form of immediate release systemic drug delivery system. That is like I would like to explain mumps. So I should must discuss about for single unit. So that this was the most common and acceptable immediate systemic drug delivery system. So on the other hand, multiple unit palate system have in recent years become an important dosage form that offer various advantages over conventional single unit dosage oral dosage form. So we can say that multiple unit palate system is more acceptable now than single unit dosage form. So this is advantage. So advantage, or these advantages include amongst other that it has reduced risk of local irritation and toxicity, more predictable bioavailability, reduced likelihood of dose dumping, and minimized fluctuation in the plasma concentration of the drug. These are some important terms that are reduced by this method or multiple unit palate system. So mumps comprise of relatively small uncoated or coated spherical particles, pellets or beads compressed into tablets. These are simply also compressed in tablets or filled into hard gelatin capsule. MUPS capsule. Sorry, maybe if I have pronounced it mumps, so it is MUPS. Okay, sorry for that. Application of MUPS technology has led to successful formulation of various marketed products such as omeprazole as MUPS tablets, which has resulted in increased drug bioavailability and improved pharmacological response. That is simple sentence. I think we don't need to explain about that. So this was about today. Thank you very much for watching my video and keep subscribing for the next video. Allah Hafiz.